The growing and influential social media app TikTok has become a lightning rod of controversy after some parents claim the app is jeopardizing their kids' mental health. And one mother even says her 10-year-old daughter was pushed by Amazon's Alexa device to try a very dangerous TikTok trend. Watch.
What it actually told her to do was to plug a phone charger partway in and then touch the exposed palms with a penny. I was actually right there in the room with her, and I kind of was so freaked out. I'm like, no, Alexa, no.
Thank God.
I've lost IFB.
Oh, it's okay, Anita. We're right here. Matt, thank God her daughter was not enough of a dingbat to actually try the challenge. I did a little bit of intel. I know you have kids of your own. I asked my 12-year-old if she had, in fact, heard of the challenge. She said, no, that sounds really stupid and dangerous. I don't know anyone who would do that. Your thoughts, Matt?
We haven't had any near misses like that at our house here in the mountains of Virginia, which is why my backdrop is so beautiful. You know, one of the things we do out here, Kennedy, is we turn everything off. I'm not trying to offend Fox. We even turn off the television.
No, you don't.
And the kids were reading on the hillside the other day. I couldn't believe it. And so I think a little less technology over the holidays would go a long way, and parents ought to scrutinize everything that's in their house.
Yeah, they do. And I agree with you that you have to start young, and you have to make sure that you're on top of especially younger kids when they have their first social media. I mean, try taking my phone away from my 16-year-old. I dare you. Come over, just try to do it. Let's see what happens. But Kaylee, with Blake, obviously at some point, and here's what they do. They come back to you and they go, but everyone else has it, and they try and wear you down like that. And I will be honest with you, TikTok is like crack. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm going to have to get some tips from you, Kennedy, and Matt about what to do to keep her out of these things. Matt, I'd love if Blake would later in life go read a book on a hillside. So got to get some advice from you there. But look, in my house, we cover all the plugs. You all remember what it's like to have a 2-year-old daughter. It's a scary thing. They don't know what they're doing. Maybe a 12-year-old can comprehend the danger. A 2-year-old certainly can't. So the idea that Alexa could tell my daughter to do something so dangerous, and then maybe she moves over to Instagram one day later in life, and Senators Blumenthal and the senator from Tennessee, I'm blanking right now, also created a profile, Blackburn, sorry, I love Marsha Blackburn, so I don't know why I blanked on her name, but created a profile for a young girl, and it curated content for eating disorders. So it's just a really scary universe out there between Alexa, Instagram, and now TikTok too.
Yeah, and the pressure is real. It's out there. It is pervasive. So I don't know, Cheryl, I mean, I look at this, I would never have an Alexa in my house. I don't want a smart fridge.
Never.
I want to move back to The Hobbit. I want to live underground in a bunker by Matt Schlapp's house, because I think that's the only place I'm going to be safe.
I have 5 nieces and nephews, and I have to say my oldest niece loves to read books, like actual books that you buy at the bookstore. So I'm very proud of that. But look, the thing about TikTok in particular, 2/3 on that platform, 2/3 of their billions of users are actually 14 and under. And there's a lot of dangerous stuff on TikTok, and there's a lot of dangerous stuff on Instagram, and frankly on Facebook as well. The only platform that I can say that's actually trying to really curb all of this stuff in is YouTube, believe it or not. YouTube is trying to do its best to pull, whether it's violence, whether it's animal abuse, which has been prevalent on Instagram and Facebook and even TikTok, all of those things. I mean, it's dangerous out there, sure. I don't have kids, but I'm very proud of my niece for actually wanting to read a book, and maybe we'll all come visit Matt, because it sounds great where he is right now.
Well, sometimes it's critical to be the non-parental mentor in someone's life. Sometimes those are the people who actually get through better, especially to teenagers, Cheryl. And Anita, do you remember the good old days? Like, the biggest fear would be that someone would huff too much rubber cement and lay down in the road. But now what kids face, it's mind-blowing.
Yeah, you know, and as a parent, it's just one more thing now you have to monitor with your child, right? You have to make sure they're not asking questions to Alexa that might get them electrocuted. So, you know, my daughter got an 8-ball for Christmas. Remember those?
Whoa,
where you
whoa.
shake it up and ask the question? So
I thought you were talking about
safe with
cocaine
that.
and heroin. Okay, good. That's
No,
much better. Okay,
no. A magic 8-ball.
Oh.
Shake it up and ask a question.
Yeah, and those used to be, the worst things in the world. But the Magic 8 Ball would never really steer you wrong. All you would do is make some bad dating choices. Because you go, does he really like me? Shake, shake, shake. It is true. And then you compromise yourself and you're crying on his front lawn in a wedding dress the night before your junior prom. Things don't always end well for some of us. All right, well, don't worry. There are great parents. If you're watching Fox News, you're already a great parent, and you're 700 steps ahead of all the dum-dums.